What's up, YouTube? Peace, Hotep, the Black Man is God. Today, I'm making a video about Kyle Rittenhouse. I don't know if that's exactly how you say it, but the gist of this case is there were Black Lives Matter protesters protesting about a black man being killed unjustly. He was unarmed and shot in the back, and so they're out there protesting, and trying to get justice for this man who was unrightfully just murdered. And this guy, Kyle Rittenhouse, he drives him. Actually, he doesn't even drive because he was only like I think 17 at the time of when it happened. And so his parents drove him, all right, and they came from another state with like semi-automatic weapons, AK-47 type shit. You know what I'm saying? They came to meet the protesters and like work with the cops to, I guess, handle the protesters, and they did more than handle the protesters. This guy, I don't know if he was 16 or 17 at the time. He's 18 now. Kyle Rittenhouse. He went to this protest and shot and killed two men that were protesting about a black man being killed unjustly. And it's crazy because he was let out on bail, $2 million. His parents, I guess, they had the $2 million. They didn't care. Like the next day, this guy was on a party with a T-shirt to say "I'm free as fuck." Like he wasn't even arrested first. Like when the shit first happened, it was like weeks before he was arrested because they were like because he was working with the police. They were trying to figure out if they were even going to charge him with anything because he was working with the police when he killed those two men. And then it finally, like, people were like outraged, and they finally like, look, he has to be arrested. This guy is not a cop. He came from another state with guns and just to harm people, and he did that. He killed two people unjustly who were unarmed, who were mad about men being killed unjustly who are unarmed. It's crazy. So there is no doubt in anyone's mind that was a premeditated act. You drive for hours to go to another state just to see protesters and shoot and kill them. So they let him out on $2 million bail. But the story is that he's disappeared. Wow, such a shock. you know, this guy, his family had enough money to get him out of there. You think if they didn't have enough, do you think if they had $2 million to get him out on bail, they didn't have another 2 million to get him to Costa Rica or somewhere? He's gone. They basically wasted it. I mean, to save his life, they, they spend all this money, but we all know that they just print money. So they, he just basically was allowed to go and kill black people, and then they just pay a fake fine, and then he just disappears. There's nowhere to be found. Wow. You know what I'm saying? If one of your family members is unjustly shot in the back and killed, and you're mad and you want to go and just peacefully protest, you're not going to burn anything down. You're standing there mad. You're not rioting. These people weren't rioting that he shot. They were standing there like, maybe you can justify this if the people were rioting and burning stuff down, but no, these people were just protesting. And he shot two of them and killed them. So there's no justification of that. So basically, like I'm saying, is like, if you are mad that somebody in your family is murdered unjustly because they're black and killed, you can't even say anything because just a random teenager is allowed to just come and find you and kill you, and nothing will happen to him. Matter of fact, if anything looks like there's something's gonna happen to him, they're gonna ship him off to another country so he can't be punished. Like, this is the country that we live in. I don't even like. I can't believe that. Like, usually when something like this happens, they'll at least give him a slap on the wrist, make him go to jail for at least a couple of years. They say, "Oh, he didn't understand. He has to do probation." Da 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 da. But this guy, he just gets away scot fucking free. Scot free. On top of the fact that these people were already upset that their family member, somebody they know, was already unjustly killed, you come and kill them on top of that, and they can get away with it. Like, wow, just fucking wow. Like, how can you possibly, like, you can't see no shit like this coming, but it's just like, that's why I say, don't go to protest. Protest, if you go to a protest, you're just making yourself a target. Okay? I've seen something online, and it was like, fuck Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Splatter. And then they show a guy running over a whole bunch of protesters in the street. So many times at these protests, the cops just come around, they beat everybody up, they arrest people, pepper spray people. Like, why are you going to this protest again? When has a protest ever really solved anything? It never really does. You just end up, you go there, you get arrested, you get beat up. That's all it does. I know, like, for a fact, I've been a bully and I've been bullied. And I'm telling you right now, protesting doesn't work. Just imagine this situation. You beating up somebody or somebody's beating up you. Like let's say the person who's being bullied, they come around the bully with a sign that says, "I don't like being beaten up." What do you think the bully's going to do? You think the bully's going to say, "You know what? He has a point. It's not nice to beat up people." No, he's going to kick your ass again. What the fuck are you talking about? Protesting doesn't work. All right? The only way to stop a bully is to confront him head on. There is no protesting. Protesting does not work. You cannot just make your signs and stand in front of a building and think something's going to change. You have to change your problem. You have to confront your problems head on. You cannot protest and think that somebody else is just going to say, "You know what? He's right. I feel guilty now because they stood out there with signs and picketed." Like, what the fuck? It's just like a photo op. Like, I think most people that go to protest are just there just for recognition. Like, they don't even really, like, they like, the protest is not going to do anything. If you really wanted to do something, then you would do something. You would go find out the person that you're mad at and you do something. You don't stand around with signs making yourself a target. All right, that's just so stupid. I really want black people to stop protesting because you're making yourself a target, and it's illegal to protest on government property, and they can take you and send you away to Guantanamo Bay and all kind of shit. So you need to really know your law and really put yourself in the right position. If you want to get something done, there's ways to get stuff done. You can write a letter to the senator. You can become a cop yourself. You can become a politician. There's things that you can do to actually affect change. You can uh, vote with your dollars. You can use your money to affect change, but protesting is not going to do anything. Put your money into PACs and have your politicians represent you. That's how you're going to represent change. That's how you're going to make change. But standing around protesting is not going to do anything. It's not. It's the only thing it's going to do is make you a target for, like that thing said, Black Lives Matter, no, Black Lives Splatter. All right? So that's what happens. And then these people are allowed to walk away. And so what? Like, you already know they killed somebody that you love and they got away with it. So now you're going to stand in front of them and say, "Hey, you killed somebody I love and got away with it." They're going to kill you too and get away with that. Like, the fuck? Go sit down somewhere, bro. Or either sit down or get yourself a gun. You know what I'm saying? And get yourself a vest and be ready for when the motherfucker attack you. Just be ready to defend yourself. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Get yourself a gun. Get yourself a vest. Know how to use it. Don't be stupid. And that's pretty much all I gotta say. This dude Kyle Rittenhouse is a fucking piece of trash. I hope that he gets fucking murdered in Costa Rica, wherever the fuck he is, in some third world country. You do let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Peace, Hotep, the black man is God, and I'm out.